Hey guys, good morning and welcome to the first episode of Stressless Saturdays. The purpose of this webinar is I get asked all the time, oh Dan, how did you do your transformation? Dan, what challenges did you see? What roadblocks did you see throughout your entire journey? And yeah, there's multiple challenges. I don't want anyone to sit here and think that, it was really easy. It was a breeze, a walk in the park. It's far from that. The biggest challenge and the most important one, the probably the one that affected me the most is the unknown, the challenge of not knowing if you're doing things right or if you're not doing them properly or whatever it may be. Because you're not getting instant results, you're lifting weights or you're a specific set of nutrition, you're following some sort of a plan, you're not seeing results straight away. And so do you go down the path of wasting a week? Do you go down the path of wasting 2 weeks, 3 weeks? How often do you reassess the situation, reassess your plan, and make sure that what you're doing is actually right and is leading you to where you want to be? I'm coming from a coaching background now. I can see that I make this transition much easier for everyone that I'm currently coaching at the moment. The reason for this is because having the ability to ask, there's so much information out there in the health and fitness world. You don't really know what's going to work for you or what isn't. Picking up small trends, like I didn't really enjoy some of the cookie cutter diets that I was following or that I read about. It was a case of so much numbers, so many formulas. I wasn't a scientist or a mathematician. I couldn't figure it out. And it was a case of, I'm just going to go through trial and error. And initially, the first week, I remember, was the hardest week of my entire life because you question yourself emotionally and physically. You're like, oh, do you know what? I could probably just buy better fitting clothes or find clothes that are bigger. And I can hide all the how big I used to be. But realistically, what happens is you just have to take a leap of faith and just trust in the process and behind science and maths and just listen to your body, really. If you're hungry, eat. Understand what you're eating and understand what you're putting out of it and and how you can expend that energy. So the biggest roadblock I found was just the unknown, just having too much information, not knowing what was going to work for me and what wasn't, and also not having anyone to talk to. Back when I started my transformation, it was a case of it's either a personal trainer or a nutritionist, a dietitian, a GP. Because they don't all speak to one another, you have to explain where you want to be and how you want to get there to each individual person. And it was just such a struggle trying to get that information out there. And so, yeah, that was the biggest roadblock in the initial stages. I mean, there were roadblocks, other challenges throughout the transformation of the journey. But I just want to get a feel of what you guys think. Is there anything out there that you find challenging or roadblock? Feel free to shoot me a message or even drop a comment in the group. This is for all the premium clients as well. So I know that you guys are a bit shy. So I'm doing videos like this just to hopefully answer some of the questions that you're too shy to ask. And just to give back to the community as well. So have a great weekend, guys. Stay fit, active, and we'll touch base on Wednesday's webinar for the next Ask Dan session. Have a great one.